Hello and welcome to Bay of Fundy Fortunes. My name is Natalie. I'm an empath and intuitive card reader. Just working on my smudge here. This is Sweetgrass and Sage. I'm going to put the last little bit on you guys. I'm going to run out. Winter's coming. I don't know if I can transplant that and have it grow all year, but it's something I'm going to try. Anyways, it's just to clear off the bad, heavy, dark, oppressive energies. And I'd like to try to share that with you guys. A little bit more. Here we go. Okay. For those of you that are new to the channel, I'm here this evening, I'm here this evening in general, to do the mid-month general reading for the sign of Sagittarius for mid-month September 2016. And for those that are new to the channel, I give credit to my Oceanic Tarot deck. Is written by Jane Wallace, and illustrations are Jane Delaford Taylor on the cards. This is what I use for all my online readings, Oceanic Tarot. And I pull 5 cards from that 78 card deck, and then I pull 1 significator card from my deck of tarot, another 78 card. They're all 78, for those that don't know that. And I pull that from my book of tarot, and it is written by Bridget Reed, and the card illustrator is Colin Howard. And there's the book there. If you're new to YouTube, if you're brand new to YouTube, not my channel, but YouTube in general, right below this video window is a red subscription button. If you click on it, it'll subscribe you to Bay of Fundy Fortunes, and all that means is when we post any new videos, you'll be alerted via your email. And this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you on a personal level. If you find you enjoy the reading and you'd like a private reading just for you, I do offer that service. That can be found in the description box below this video window. In essence, you send me off an email saying you'd like to have a reading and work out the details. But please read the description below so you know how everything works. What you end up getting for your money is what you're seeing right here. Same thing, I do a video for you once I get your pertinent information, and I do a reading, and it's much larger than this 5-card spread with the significator. It's bigger. They usually last about an hour long. Then I give you the link, the private link, that will take you back to YouTube, and it's under private. Nobody can see it but you, and you get to view that video as many times as you want. It's always going to be there, unless YouTube removes videos after a time, I don't know. But anyways, and also a great thank you to all my current subscribers. I appreciate you guys, like a lot. Like a lot. I do. Wouldn't be here and still doing this if the channel wasn't continuing to grow, and I'm very, very grateful for that, and it makes me happy. So I think that's about it. The 5-card spread using the Oceanic Tarot deck, Sagittarius. First card, in case you're not aware, is your overall energy of the reading. Second card is your finances and wealth. Third card, your heart, your love, your romances, anything to do with your heart. The fourth card is your challenges for mid-September. Just going to push you guys back a little bit. There we go. Sorry about that. The last card in the Oceanic Tarot reading, the 5th card, is your message from Spirit. Then I pull a significator at the very end. All right, so let's get down to it here. Sagittarius. They're a fun sign, I tell you, because there's no two alike, in my opinion. But anyway, we start off with a really, really great card for you, Sag. It's the 10 of Cups. It's all about completion. A lot of readers like to refer to this card as a happily ever after card. Let's see what we got here. The advice of this card, when it comes up, is that you could feel blessed right now for everything that you have in your life. You should be celebrating, if not. You should really take the time out just to celebrate being where you are at this moment in your life. Everything seems to be fitting quite well together. For some of you, love will grow and your bonds will deepen with others that are in your life. All aspects of your personal life are full of growth right now. You have a happy home. There seems to be more than usual activity carrying on. Some of you are looking for a brand new home. Find your dream home. and start a family and have children. And the keywords for this card as well are family, love, weddings, home, security, children, and celebration. I have a nudge to tell you right off the get-go. For some of you Sagittarius, you're almost feeling like this is all too good to be true. There's almost a cynical little piece of your brain that's going, yeah, I'm just waiting for that other boot to drop. Something nasty's going to happen. Everything's just too good. It's so good that I'm just a nervous wreck almost. But I can't talk to anybody about it because they think I was being silly or I wasn't being grateful. And it's not that. It's just that Sagittarius has always tried to stay, most of them, one step ahead. They try to foresee their own needs and concerns before they even appear. They're always like, well, what if this happens next? I better put this into place, and I better put that into place. You know what happens when things are going good like they are now? You sabotage them, and you should be celebrating, and you're missing out on all that. There's your overall energy for this reading because this is the happily ever after card. This is the overall energy, no matter what else turns up here. This card is so great that anything that is not as good within the next 4 cards, this will deflect the negativity, enlighten it a bit, is what it'll do. All right, that's a great card to start a reading. I don't care. 9 of Swords showed up in your finances and your wealth, and this is about anxiety. And when this card, it's the 9 of Swords. Yes, the 9 of Swords. When this card shows up, the key word is anxiety, and everything that anxiety can encompass is all within that word and within this card. Some of you are actually really, really worried about your money situation, and I'm even like, we all have, normal mainstream people, we always worry about money. But for some of you Sagittarius out there, there's no need for you to be worrying, and you are. It's like you can never feel safe enough money-wise. It's like no matter how much you have up front and put away, tucked away, saved away, invested, it's never enough, and you're worrying. A lot of the worry is over financial problems, and there's really, for some of you, the nudges there. I'm not saying everybody, but just a few of you are in a position where there's no need for you to worry, and you're bringing this anxiety on yourself of things that aren't real yet. They haven't happened yet. They're all a lot of what ifs. And trying to put in safety nets. What if I get sick down the road? Well, that's normal things to do. But the thing right now with some of you, Sagittarius, is that there's no need for you to worry about these things. It's all taken care of. You've already taken those steps. But it's like it's like too good to be true. I'm waiting for the other boot to drop. Something's going to come along here and wipe out my bank accounts, or somebody's going to break into my banking information online, and what if they take, and maybe I should move my money, and you're just driving yourself up the wall about it when there's no need to. That nudges there. That's your financial sector. You're okay right now. All right, the rest of you, a little logic and a little bit of common sense will go a long way right now. All the energies are open and relaxed. Then now's the time for you to conjure and scheme some money-making ventures up, because Mercury's gone retrograde and all the energies are open and flowing quite freely. And it's just an incredible thing. If you can tap into that, you'll feel it. And you'll be going, wow, I've got such clarity of thought. Well, that's because all that crazy stuff that was jumbling in your head 2 weeks ago has now been wiped out, because that's a good side of Mercury going retrograde. Okay, so just for the rest of you, just use your common sense. You'll get caught up. Yeah, some of you are behind a little bit, and you won't sleep until you do, so you may as well tackle the problem, get on top of it before it gets on top of you. Third card that I pulled for you. In your love, your heart, your romance, anything that you love. That could be, from your pets to your kids to your grandma, your better half, your husband, your wife, just your significant other. This card that came up in this position is self-reflection. It's the card of judgment. Interesting. There, okay. excuse me, just a little mouthful of tea before it goes ice cold on me. Tea compliments one of my neighbors because I ran out. So sweet of her. Judgment, self-reflection in the love sector. When this card shows up, Sagittarius, you're being nudged by the universe to revisit your past and take stock before moving on. To see what lessons, I feel nudged to tell some of you, what lessons have I learned from the past that I can carry forward into my present, going forward into the future. Lessons that are going to serve me well. You're really going to stop and you're going to really take stock of these kind of things right now. Not all bad things. Some happy memories. You muse, as they say, over them. You'll sit and you'll reflect and you'll smile to yourself. And those are good memories. And even from good memories, you don't have to, all life's lessons are not learned on the backs of hard times. A lot of wonderful lessons come out of good things as well. And don't we want to duplicate anything good from the past and bring it into our present and move forward into the future? Some of you I just got this nudge to say some of you, while you're revisiting the past, are going to get a flush or blush over a memory of something that you were supposed to do and you never ever did. And it's almost embarrassed and uncomfortable within your own company. There's nobody else there to see it, but you feel the heat off your face because you're like, oh my gosh, I said I would, no matter come life or death I would, and I never did. It's going to be something that's going to play in your mind a little bit. I cannot tell you what it is. They're not showing me what this is, but it's unfinished business. Somebody from your past may be coming to visit you, or you may be going to visit them. It may be in relation to this thing that you never completed, and you may be revisiting somebody from your past to get some answers to some questions that were never ever answered from before. There's things that you're curious about and things that you want to mull over, but you need the answers to these things. In some psychological kind of way, it's holding you back a little bit. So you're going to get the courage up and you're going to approach somebody that you haven't seen in a long time. And you're going to have a discussion and you're going to be asking several questions. Did this ever unfold? What about so-and-so? Did they ever... These are things, for some reason, they're important to you right now. I can't tell you what they are. I wish I could. You're going to wonder for the things that you did do back in a situation in the past, if you did the right thing. That's going to be one of your questions. Did I do the right thing with that person? Maybe someone that you cut off at the nib kind of thing out of your life. You pulled away from. There was something unsavory going on, and you didn't want any part of it. And maybe now you're worried and you're wondering, did I judge them too harshly? How are they? Where are they? How did they make out with that situation? So you're having second thoughts, and you need to set these things to rest. With this card, excuse me, another meaning in this card is a spiritual connection that's linking you with those in the spirit world and the guides, the angels, and your loved ones. You're being nudged that way. You need to open yourself up, Sagittarius, to what you can't see. I feel for some of you, you have a guardian angel, and there's somebody from your now life, from your real life, when they were here with you in the now, and they're not anymore. At least you think they are not. I can see a couple people, and I see loved ones hovering over their shoulders, watching everything that they're doing, keeping an eye on things, nudging them in an intuitive way to go certain ways that they know best, and they're not here to tell you, but they're nudging you in that direction to just this weird intuition you're going to feel. That is them nudging you, saying, go down that road, literally and figuratively. Take that job. Go on that vacation. Go there. Today, drive to work in this direction. There's a reason for it. Those little nudges. Listen to those. You may even, when you're revisiting this other person, you actually may think about giving somebody a second chance from your past that could come walking back into your life. You may go looking for them. Some of you may go out of your way and make it a quest to find this person that you've not seen in years. You've not seen or heard anything about them. So you're going to be asking around about them. You're going to give off the air as just nonchalant, just natural curiosity. But oh boy, deep down inside, there's something else going on there. It's important to you. A lot of memories in that card. The next card that I pulled for you is the World, and this is about regeneration. This falls into your challenges for mid-September. Okay. When this card shows up, and this is in your challenge position, life can be regenerated and renewed. You may be finally seeing the success that that you looked for. This could be the end of a phase or a completion of a job or a project or a relationship. It's a landmark moment that's coming up for some of you. Some of you may have a chance to travel at this time as well, and might not just go for it. Go for the traveling. Some of you may feel challenged and not want to travel. You may not want to do that, but that would be your challenge. There's something that's going to take place in this trip. That expression of it isn't about your starting point. It's not about your destination. It's about the journey in between. Things can take place, marvelous, incredible things, and you'd be going, if I didn't go, if I went with my first feelings and I didn't want to go, this would have never happened, or that would have never, I would have never met that person. I would have never made that connection. And what a small world this is. You could run into somebody and say to yourself, I might as well be on, because it's happened to me, you know. Um, I'm in the middle of nowhere. Where I live is very rural. I live in the province of New Brunswick in Canada. And our forest, like New Brunswick, is probably, I think it's 89, 92% all wooded forests. We have cities and towns and that, but we're a good-sized province. But I've been in the middle of, like, nowhere. I mean, nowhere. Might as well have been on the moon. Seriously. And run into somebody I hadn't seen in 20 years. What are the odds? That's destiny. That doesn't happen by accident. There's no way that happens by accident. It is not a coincidence. For every fiber of my being, I know that's not true, and this is what can happen to you if you take this trip. The advice of this card is to celebrate what you have achieved and embrace new opportunities. Full of energy and motivation, the world can be your oyster right now. You can have and make anything happen. Keywords for this card are success, completion, celebration, beginning, travel, motivation, and renewal. But I still have this strong nudge for a few of you. You're your own worst enemy. There's your challenges, is to let this card unfold as it says it wants to. It's there for you. The world can be your oyster. Stop putting up, if a black cat crosses your path, keep on going. Why the heck would you turn around and walk 10 paces backwards and spin around, or, you know what I mean, and spit over your left shoulder and all that to ward off the evil spit? That's ridiculous. Keep moving. Don't be so superstitious. Don't be so morbid. Um, like bad luck schlep rock and woe is me. Could be bad things right around the corner. Yeah, but there could be good things too. It's a 50-50 thing. It's called living. Get out and live and enjoy all the good things that are there for you. There's your challenges for the next 2 weeks. Take yourself somewhere, go on a trip, and enjoy the bejesus out of it. There. Okay. So the fifth card that I have is the card of strength, and I knew this guy was gonna. I've gotten him. This is my third reading for mid-monthlies, Sagittarius. And I've done Virgo and Libra, and he showed up in both, and I just knew. I knew he'd be showing up again. There he is. There he is. Strength. It's all about stability. This is your message from Spirit. You are going to need patience for some of you. This is a general reading. Now remember, this is not for everybody. Patience in the face of conflict. You'll need to be finding yourself to stand your ground rather than being overwhelmed. When people get overwhelmed, they're like, oh, I've had enough of this and I'm out of here. And they're going, don't, no, Sagittarius. There's a reason why the universe is nudging you to stand your ground, even though you feel like fleeing and removing yourself from a situation. Remember, whatever is opposing you, you are above it. It is below you. Whatever opposes you is in a negative realm. Because it's opposing you, it makes it negative. It is lower than that, lower than you are. Remember that. You are heads above anything like that. Remember to keep your demeanor positive and strong. Stand your ground. Don't show any fear. Swallow that back. Somebody could be trying to project their fears onto you. That could mean intimidation. Somebody could, in an indirect, quiet kind of, sorry about my clock, quiet kind of way, real manipulatively try to intimidate you, to make you unsure of yourself. We come back to these earlier cards where and this is probably the reason why Spirit's telling you, you've got other people maybe giving you the shakedown in many different ways and taking anything that you were darn sure of, at 100%, and they're putting these, they're like the monkey on your back, right? The demon on your back, and they're putting these thoughts in there that make you second guess everything you had already solidified and worked hard for, you were so sure of, and there somebody is just putting doubt in there. Don't listen to people like that. Don't do that. That's all negative. You're above that. Don't let anybody intimidate you. It's a form of bullying. Manipulation is a form of bullying as well. Taking advantage of other people. This card for some can also mean the literal strength, returning strength of vitality, physical strength. This card implies from Spirit you're going to need some courage. Take some risks. And let your vitality, let your life flow through your veins again. Don't be afraid to live life. Especially those of you that are a little bit on the younger side. Let's say, your 20s or 30s. You still have a lot of living to do. Don't let a minute go by. And look at each minute as a new discovery and not be afraid of it. We tend to fear, even in good things, if it's unknown to us, we're afraid. That's our natural response to those kinds of things. But it takes courage to get through the fear of whatever it is that's holding us back and giving our head a shake and going, this is ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. I'm moving forward and I'm plowing ahead. And Spirit wants you to definitely do that. Okay, so the last card that I pulled for significators is the Seven of Swords. All right, let me get my book. The Seven of Swords. The Lord of Futility represents the times in life where we feel too overwhelmed and doubtful to act decisively towards our problems. There's that lack of confidence that's going on, and you're being shaken up. Something is shaking you up. These things will usually appear when there are difficult decisions to be made or when situations arise that require that we take action. When we are weary, feeling overstressed and helpless, we do nothing at all. There, I was talking about that back there. Take that trip. Get out and live each moment. As a result, of course, things will inevitably get worse if you don't snap out of it. You need to pull yourself out of that. Don't get in that, you're hiding it with saying, well, I'm all done this and I did, I worked hard and I did all that. Now I'm just going to sit back and I'm not doing nothing for a while. And you know what, Sagittarius, it's got nothing to do with not doing nothing for a while, getting rest or anything like that. You're afraid. You need to take, now this is not for everybody. Don't give me no nasty comments. Don't give me no toot, as they say. We can put it off as I got a bad feeling today and I'm not leaving the house. But I'll just tell everyone I'm just taking a break today. I'm a little tired, whatever. Deep down inside, there's this paranoia there that there's something out there to take your happiness away. You can't be happy no matter how much you have or how much you got. You can't be if you're not living life and you're afraid to move sideways, that it's all going to blow up in your face. This is only self-instilled. This is you bringing this on yourself, and you need to get past that. You need to get over it. If you give into it, as the card said, inevitably everything's going to get worse. Things will start to happen. You'll be making them happen, and they won't be good. And that's the bottom line with that. Well, Sagittarius, there's your mid-month for September. All new people seeing this video, please subscribe, because in 2 weeks' time, and yeah, it's going to be October in 2 weeks' time. It is coming up on us so fast. And now, just the last 3 nights here in my sweet little place where I live on the Bay of Fundy, on the cove in my backyard, my little cottage by the sea. The last 3 nights, temperatures have been dipping down. Very warm and dry in the daytime. The sun is bright. Not a cloud in the sky. It's beautiful. The kind of weather where there's no humidity now. And because there's no humidity, the temperature seems to drop a lot quicker and much easier. Beautiful moon over my cove this evening. I just want to say that as well. And it's high in the sky. And the moonbeam is actually stretching and spreading right across the top of the water on the cove. And it's absolutely stunning here right now. Well, Sagittarius, I wish you the best for the rest of the month. Please come back and see me. Thank you so much for stopping by and spending this time with me and playing around with the cards and seeing what's what. I hope a lot of it resonated with you. So, check back with me in October, and I'll see you then. Goodbye.